It is a book on 21 days of being able to pause intentionally with great courage and compassion, to not compromise what you know you deserve. Welcome everyone to Moment with Coach Pia. Welcome everyone! It is the last day of part 1. Parang kailan lang, ang bilis naman ng ating panahon. And nakailang episodes na tayo, we know that every moment is a blessing at the same time. Let's be very intentional in receiving all of the learning. Bakit? Iba-iba yung learning, iba-iba ang bawat isa. Kahit katabi mo siya, you're together, you're really good friends. Guess what? The same data will have an impact on different people. So welcome again to all of our listeners on YouTube, Spotify, and Facebook. We are so excited that the moment-to-moment community is growing. We are growing. That means merong konting ripple effect yung inyong personal clarity. This particular day, day 7, is about the 4 distinct moments of clarity. When I wrote this part of the book, I wanted to make sure that we could break down what are the different times in our life that we can aim our attention to. And when we aim our attention to those 4 distinct moments, we can tick off, oops, alam ko na, or hindi ko pala alam. That way, the journey is intentional and we will always be able to practice our courage. Remember, clarity is not something you find, it's something you come home to. So our guest for day 7, a model, an actress, a dancer, born in British Hong Kong but very Filipino. Alam naman natin yan. In fact, her second name, Isabella, is a reference to her mother's home province. Mga taga Isabella, hello sa inyong lahat. She's currently on Roja at Netflix and hosts her own YouTube blog called All That Yas. She has an IG series where Yassi meets baby Yassis. She is currently actively supporting several charities, including Little Warriors in Child House, pet projects, and investing in Mind You. So we will also be talking about that because Mind You is about mental health. So that she's an advocate of mental health wellness. Our guest is Yassi Pressman.
Thank you guys. Hi, Coach Pia. It's lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you. So, Moment to Moment was inspired, many inspirations. So, the second book that I wrote, Focus on What Matters, was inspired by my near-death experience. I'm bringing that up because we were talking about life being short.
Yes.
My near-death experience back in 2004, I went to bed feeling fine. The next morning, I woke up. I couldn't breathe. So the decisions we make today, every moment is a blessing. So talking about the distinctness of each moment and having a guest like yourself, who we know is very capable of inspiring others to be present. Okay.
I love that. Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you for that.
So how are you? What are the latest things that you're passionate about?
First of all, let's clap the Lord for having you here still with us, Coach Pia, and continuing to change lives. That's crazy. Parang really talagang take nothing for granted.
No.
I really, really, truly believe in that. Talagang every single second, this is a moment that you will never have again. Diba? So parang kahit gustuhin na natin later when we're old, to go back to that, wala na. So talagang really cherishing our life. So happy you're happy and healthy.
Thank you.
How am I? I am very, very happy to be here. I'm very happy with how this year has been happening for me. Meron po akong mga ginawang mga list of goals for 2026. Well, a lot of the things on my list, Coach Pia, was a lot of parang characteristic goals. So, hindi ko masasabi na nasimulan ko na yon or matatapos ko. Kasi syempre, it's a learning experience. Pero 2 things that I promised was I'm going to learn a bit of Spanish and I'm gonna go scuba diving. Do something that I'm really afraid of. Yeah. And I did it. I did it. So, I was so very, very happy to have that courage within to at least take that leap. On my first day, I wanted to back out. I have to accept that I do have claustrophobia. I don't like enclosed spaces. Even if the ocean is big, parang ang layo ko sa taas to get my breath. but also believing that everything that I have is right here. Medyo pagpapawisan ako to think about my
Yeah.
experience,
Yeah.
pero that bravery is not so very easily found
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
So I'm very proud of that.
Yeah. Thank you for that example. Lalong-lalo na you've mentioned very specific, those two, because other people may have a scuba diving experience also, but not literally the same. It's something scary that you're trying for the first time. And just because you've chosen, sabi mo, I want to have the courage for this now,
Yes.
you've learned something new about yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I actually went up above the pool, sabi ko, wow, kung magamit ko tong moment na to, tong experience na to in real life, on land, paano ko mamamanage yung mga emotions ko or yung feelings ko or yung nararamdaman ko. And I was like, wow, ang powerful ng breath.
Ang powerful. Yeah. Ang ganda na ikaw yung ating guest for day 7 because the 4 distinct moments of clarity that shape us include a very big, a common thread of those 4 distinct moments is courage and trust.
Yay!
Those two, the courage that everyone has to have in order to move forward, and then putting value in the trust that you develop as you experience those 4 distinct moments. We will now read here an excerpt of day 7.
Day 7. The 4 distinct moments of clarity that shape us. Not all moments are equal, but all moments are sacred. Not all moments are equal, but all moments are sacred, and when life feels off, we often try to think our way back into control. But clarity isn't only mental, it's integrative. It asks us to return to our bodies, honor our emotions, check our surroundings, reconnect with our souls. And there are 4 interrelated moments, each of which impact your clarity and peace of mind, the moment of clarity for your brain and body, your thoughts and meaning, your relationships and belonging, your faith, purpose, and presence. These are the moments that invite us home, not to a performance of perfection, but to the truth of our wholeness. Each one is a doorway, a breath, a return to what matters most.
What word or phrase from what you read struck you?
There's so many, parang when you break it down, and I think the moment of clarity for your brain and body, thoughts, meaning, relationships, belonging, then faith, purpose, and presence. So many different things to focus on and open na malaking funnel into. Parang dami mong pupuntahan with it. And I think now with the presence is the one that I can feel really strong too. Kasi po, parang now I really take the time to be silent. And I'm a very loud person. I'm really overly excited, enthusiastic. But now in the silence and in hearing nothing, I hear so much. Parang mag-walk ako with my music, with my headphones. Babalik ako kasi nakikinig ako ng gratitude, di ba, lagi. Pero recently, I've noticed na parang the silence and the sound of the birds and the recognizing what's around me. I was trying to escape pala reality so much to find the peace. That now that I'm in the silence, do I find it more?
I love it. What has been the turning point for you? Why is there so much positivity in the story that you just narrated now about this Yasi compared to the old Yasi?
It was actually also my friends who told me talaga na parang, I think you need to meditate. That I do naman. I do. Pero nahihirapan ako kasi ang ingay dito minsan. Especially during like rough times. There were moments nga na parang hindi rin naman tama na parang I got here so fast. No, and I'm still not getting here all the time. I still feel like, am I worthless? What is my worth? Kaya ko ba to? Like, going back again to my recent experience, am I brave enough? Ang dami. Pero, again, it's connecting again with the breath. Na parang, wait lang. Before I even think about what other people are going to think about the actions and what I'm going to judge myself about, take this silent moment to think about nothing.
You have a gift of communication. Wala kang masabi, no? You can share in one breath the enthusiasm and also the profundity, and you slow down, and then you help us understand the sacredness of that change. I had a simple question, which was, what was the turning point? That was the way you delivered it, the way you helped us go through that journey with you, that turning point. Oh, you really have a gift. And we already know that you've committed to several charities. You want to tell us more about those things that you're doing right now?
Yes, I do this a lot, Coach Pia. So usually it's for my birthday or for Christmas. And it's usually, I feel the most in touch, I guess, with children who have family members who battle cancer or people who battle cancer themselves. What's so very beautiful, like, kung ito pong experience ko recently sa child house. Nung pupunta kami doon, they don't think that they're sick. They will never tell you na parang, oh, wala naman akong sakit eh. Parang gano'n. Okay lang ako, kaya ko to. Parang sobrang inspiring para sa akin. Hindi ko nararamdaman na parang I'm the one that's supporting them only. Nararamdaman ko that it's coming back both ways. Kasi pag alis ko doon, paano ako aalis doon nang hindi ko nararamdaman na I am so lucky to be alive. And again, mapapabelieve din sa bravery nila. And ito, my last visit, Coach Pia, papunta pa lang ako doon, my friend sent me a video. Sabi niya, Yassi, I want you to meet Yassi. Tapos one of the kids there, si baby Yassi, she's 8 years old now. And she just found out that she had cancer last year. Mabilis talaga. And then, we were sitting together. Sabi niya, ito yung gusto ko ng gitara, gusto ko ng makeup, gusto ko ng wig. Sabi ko, oh sige, bibigay ko yan sa'yo. Kasi Christmas ngayon. Tapos sabi ko, ano pa? Sabi niya, alam mo ba, kapag birthday ko, 8 ako ngayon, next magiging 9 na ako. Tapos magiging 10 na ako. Tapos magiging 11 na ako. Tapos I want to like, be there sana for every birthday as well, di ba? So parang, ang galing to see her just have so much brightness about life.
Love it.
Yun. So parang, I just keep coming back.
So that little 8-year-old Yassi is actually a great introduction to our first distinct moment of clarity, which is the physical clarity.
Okay.
We have to be healthy. We have to have an awareness of our breath. We have to be present about the needs of our body. And when you are sick, not everyone has the intelligence to stop, to pause, to care for themselves. In the case of that baby Yassi, she was diagnosed with cancer, so she's forced to literally pause. Not everyone has those, have opportunities for wake-up call na cancer, right? All of us, ayaw natin paubutin doon sa cancer bago tayo magkaroon ng physical clarity.
There was a moment when I felt like I was having a stroke also for half of my body. And it just started cramping from my legs to my calves to my thighs, up to my chest. Parang papunta na siya dito. So my whole arm here, I couldn't move anymore. And that was from severe anxiety po pala. And so I didn't know how to breathe, how to manage it, how to tap on your body and systems to make your blood flow.
So for physical clarity, gusto natin magkaroon ng awareness and wisdom for self-knowledge on the level of aches and pains in the body. One of the examples I love to give is the value of sleep.
Yes.
Because a lot of people, they know they need more sleep, but they don't give themselves even the sleep. Can you tell us what your sleep intelligence is like para lalong maging authentic tayong lahat dito na nakikinig? Kasi maraming nahihirapan ba tulog? Maraming or bumabawi palagi sa tulog. Okay,
Totoo.
tell us what it's like for you.
Ako ngayon, okay na po ako. Hindi na kayo sa atin. Siyempre, everybody, dati kapag nagtitaping talagang sagad kami, di ba? Like,
You cannot.
oo, nung super bata pa hanggang morning. May term nga na pa morningan, ganyan. And so, hahanapin mo yung tulog mo. So, hihingin ka dito ng nap here, hindi ka naman lagi ginagamit. So, minsan, magpapahinga ka na. Pero ngayon, and I guess as the years go by, dun ko rin nakikita yung value na parang kailangan mo rin talagang magpahinga. pag gumising ako after 8 hours,
Yeah.
proud na proud ako. And I wear my ring.
Oh,
My
nice.
Aura ring.
Okay,
So,
okay,
tinatrack ko to. May score to! May score to! Kapag naka 98 ako, sinushow ko sa lahat ng mga kaibigan ko, yes! Anong
Yeah,
score mo?
achievement.
Anong score mo? It's an achievement.
Yeah.
Because I then see na the productivity, the enthusiasm of going through the day, na parang how active I am or kung paano ka-inspired.
Magandang example yan for the physical clarity that shapes us. The reason for physical clarity being the first distinct moment is nagbe-build up yan. We have to not just acknowledge it, but also respond to it. So what other physical needs would you give as an example?
Definitely, I think rest. Again, Coach Pia, I'm quite adventurous, very energetic. I'm a very loud person. When I was younger, I thought kapag ka hindi ka ako kumikilos, sinasayang ko yung panahon ko. And yun, that rolls into your physical roboticness and then your passion and then your love, and it kind of falls back. And then I realized physically then, kailangan mo talaga ng mag-reset. Kasi pag nagpahinga ka tapos na-charge mo, it's gonna come back even stronger. And ako bilang pasaway dati, I never listened to that. So now at least, I do know that.
Yeah, see, what I love about your example is that you know your starting point. And for all of our listeners, there are others that are opposite from you. They don't want to go out. They're homebodies.
Which is also a different energy.
Yeah.
Oo, okay
So,
rin yun.
all of us have different starting points. Kailangan mong i-claim at wag mong labanan kung ano yon. This leads to the second distinct moment of clarity, which is psychological clarity. I can sense when my clients have psychological clarity if they stop comparing themselves to others. So psychological clarity actually talks about your thoughts. What is it that you're giving meaning in the way you make decisions in your life? What do you think is a real issue for other people today na pag nanonotice mo, sayang yon, sana hindi na lang niya bigyan ng meaning yon, pero binibigyan pa rin nila ng meaning?
For me, I think, ako minsan nakikita ko yung sadness when I do that to myself.
Tell me
When
more.
I think it's also the day and age of social media and how you are forced or wired na ngayon sa utak natin to scroll. And then when you scroll and then you see everything and then you get to compare what you have, where you are, that affects my whole day or sometimes my whole week. And then now I kind of learned to mute it if I can. Syempre, I'm still human, nagagawa ko pa rin naman yun. Pero kapag minumute ko siya, tapos medyo binabawas ko, nakikita ko nagkakaroon ako ng konting space para, okay, if this is what I want to do, parang how I'll get better. Meron akong oras, diba? Tapos parang goals na to work on that na I should just pick up myself and go.
Yeah. People are so aware how social media can be so draining. Pero kasi entertainment na siya ngayon, no?
Yes.
When
There's
we're bored.
both sides diba?
when
It's
we're-
like such a great, beautiful side of connecting and learning. Pero minsan, mahirap din.
Yeah. So the psychological clarity needed here is if you're reading and you know those people do not know you and they are sharing something about you as if they know you, then definitely do not consider that data. Because of a lack of psychological clarity, we're giving equal value to all kinds of data, whether they know us or they don't know us. So have you experienced your need to grow in that understanding of data that's valid and data that's not valid because of your line of work?
Sa mga opinions po ng mga tao, definitely po, Coach P. I think it's very important also to know yourself, parang to know parang the decisions that you've made, why, your truth, and I guess there's noise everywhere. Even in this day and age po, kahit sa balita, kahit sa kapitbahay mo, sa katabi mo, kapag nakatalikod ka, meron at meron talagang magsasalita about you. And isn't it true that no matter what you do, you can never really please everybody? And so, again, parang I'll just be true to myself and I'll just make sure that I touch the people that want my love back, di ba? Parang, hindi ko nabibigyan ng energy hanggat kaya ko yung negative thoughts and that negative data and invalid data na hindi naman totoo.
Yeah. I hope that the listeners of our podcast are paying attention to what they're also role modeling. If we are showing other people na na-affect tayo sa opinion ng iba, di yung mga kabataan natin, hindi rin nila alam kung paano i-distinguish yung totoo sa hindi totoo. Kaya nga, nakikita ko dito, isa sa mga values mo, you're actually in mental health advocacy. It's called Mind You. Can you tell us more about Mind You?
Yes, mind you, we are a corporation that provides mental health help for, it's usually B2B. So yung mga companies po na have employees who need access to psychologists. So we do have that. We have helped over hundreds of thousands of people already, and they have access to us. And I think it's a very beautiful thing. When I came in as the first woman investor noong 2020. Prior to that, I also didn't really talk to anybody about the things that I was going through. If it was like work-wise or family-wise or life in general. Tsaka hindi ko rin po talaga alam kung paano ko i-manage yung nararamdaman ko. Or kung this whole psychological thing about how we go through life. Hindi lang pala siya, kung ano lang yung nararamdaman ko ngayon. Yun na yun. Di ba? Parang ganun.
I love the fact that your talents go beyond just what's entertaining. Because initially, they're probably attracted to you because of your capacity to be an entertainer, di ba? Ganon nung simula. Would you say that who you were, even 6 years ago, having already committed to Mind You as you are the first female investor, even compared to that time that you invested in this, do you feel you've still grown so much already?
For sure. As in, I've grown so much even in the past year. Like, kahit nga po last year, we had the moment. So funny, like, sometimes like me and my friends, it's tough love time. Na parang, they would really like, pull me to the corner and say, hey, let's check yourself. Parang ganyan. And it's difficult for me to parang even process that in the moment. Kasi parang nandun yung, teka lang, bakit? Bakit nangyayari to? Bakit di ba lahat ng ginagawa ko tama? Mali pa ba? And then you pull yourself aside after a while and you're like, oo nga, wait lang. Regroup again. Take the plug out and then recharge. And then I'm so very grateful and thankful to those friends of mine that keep me in place. Keep me in check. Who keep me grounded. Yun yung mga hi, Keiko, Shar, Ginger, Isa, all of my real friends, Anika, I love you guys so much. My life will not be like this without my girls. And I feel like I'm the person that I am also now because of them. And syempre, we also have our boys as well. And it's so beautiful, especially when you don't have your parents anymore. Like, my dad's not here anymore. But the growing up source was also my father, right? And so, not having him, it's really hard. And then sometimes, you just kind of like, get lost konti. Tapos wala ka ring makausap din minsan, di ba? Or ayaw mong kumausap ng iba kung hindi siya. So you pray. And then you kind of like talk to the stars, di ba? Ganyan. But then, I think that's how I keep on growing because they're there.
How long ago did your father pass?
2020. It's one of the reasons po kung bakit I joined Mind You.
Duktong na duktong yan dun sa day 6 actually that we were talking about just before these 4 distinct moments. How our central nervous system does need a lot of care.
Yeah.
At the same time, you mentioned how the people around you, those women that you mentioned, your friends and your father, and of course your mother, that particular positive energy is non-negotiable. It's a safe space. Yung example na yun yung ating third distinct moment, which is social clarity. A sense of belonging, a sense that you are cared for even when you don't know you needed the care. That is a real need for every human being. Ako na nga si Coach Pia, hina-heart-to-heart talk po ako ng mga anak ko. Nanay, guys, shout out sa mga anak ko. Nag-shout out ka din. Marco, Paolo, and Joshua. They say, Nanay, kailangan natin mag-usap. Dahil I really empowered my children to call me out. May blind spots kasi po tayong lahat kahit na ito na yung aking trabaho. That they say, we know what you're trying to say. It's how you were saying it, Nanay, that affected us. So the feedback is real and it's a gift.
Yes.
That feedback and you're receiving the unconditional love pa rin from your friends and your father and your mother. Ano yung nakikita mong benefit nun sa whole person mo? How does that impact your day-to-day and your life moving forward, knowing that they're there?
I mean, it's just how they keep you grounded, kind of makes you check yourself then. Not only how you talk to them, but it's how you talk to everybody. Feeling ko, ako, sa akin, parang I love being, okay lang ba to say that I love being myself? Because I'm able to talk to a lot of people and give love, right? That I get it back. Kasi if I don't get it back, then I'll feel so empty. So parang, masaya to kind of just really be able to share that with other people too.
Not everyone knows na natututunan naman yon kasi they again compare themselves. Balik tayo sa psychological clarity, which is the number 2. They'll look at someone that you and say, wow, ang bilis na gawa ni Yassi when she needed to learn it na yon. Other people will be more socially challenged and mas mahihiya sila even if they've learned it, kulang sa execution. Nakakatuwa sa social clarity is there's always something new that you will learn about yourself from different people around you. So depending on sinong ka-relationship mo, kung sino yung boyfriend mo ngayon, iba ang matututunan mo sa sarili mo. Kung sino yung bago mong barkada or katrabaho, iba ang matututunan mo sa sarili mo. So it's nice to diversify who we're around because the personal clarity that surfaces will be different depending on who you are with socially. Then you can decide which version of you is the most authentic. Is it with this type of people? Is this other type of person? Kailangan ko nang tanungin, kamusta ang love life mo? Who are you in a relationship with now? Are you happy with your relationship now?
Oh, happy.
Okay.
We've been together now for 2 years.
Oh,
yes.
nice.
It's lovely. It's so different, Coach Pia. Like, talagang, he has loved me, I think, more than anybody ever in this world after my dad, I think. And appreciates me and listens to me and cares about how I feel. Values yung thoughts ko. Tapos, will also correct me when I'm wrong.
Wow, ang ganda ng balanse nun, ha?
And I appreciate that kasi, syempre, lahat naman ng tao, hindi naman lagi puro tama. It's also good to know na parang, wait lang. Diba? Calm lang. Or dito tayo. And then, to lead me. To have a man that leads me. And he loves me. And I love him too so very much.
I can't wait to meet him. How old is he, if I may ask?
He is 29 now.
Tinatanong ko kasi it does matter the chronological age because our brain is not fully developed until after 25 years old. So para sa mga tao na found your significant other when you were below 25, huwag kayong magulat na nahihirapan kayo because your prefrontal cortex, which is the executive function, allowing you to measure what's right from wrong and the consequences of your actions, it's not fully developed till after 25.
Really?
Yes! This is
So,
something
ano
that
pong ibig sabihin nun?
there's no foresight yet until after 25. So
And
you
then,
don't know the
maraming-
consequences yet. Kasi pag hindi ka pa 25, listen to people around you. Hindi mo kayang sukatin. It's a physiological thing. Your brain is still developing. And I also ask because it's good that it's just 1 year apart, no? You're a year apart. And again, he's above 25. Huwag tayong magulat if the people we're in relationship with kung bata pa sila, parang they make mistake tas hindi natututo. The consequences of their actions, not knowing what impact on you. Kaya inuulit-ulit niya yung kasalanan niya sa'yo.
How do the kids do it po? How do the kids learn?
The kids can learn. Now, consequences of actions is another thing. Kasi walang consequences na malinaw. Basta you're here and now, hindi mo makita yung future result, di ba, of that. That's why, again, listen to the people around you, especially if they're older, kasi meron na silang nakikita. Especially the ones who know you well, like your friends, di ba, your family. Again, social clarity, psychological clarity, medyo naghahalo silang dalawa because in social clarity, the relationships around you, the sense of belonging, lahat yon nakaka-recharge or nakaka-drain. The last distinct moment of clarity is spiritual clarity. That we know we all have a purpose. What is the life experience you've had today that you feel has led you closer to your purpose?
There's so many little moments po, I think, and it's always including other people that I meet. And I think the conscious decision of mine to try to reach those people. So, like my baby Yassi's. And for this new journey that I'm going with all that Yas, it's trying to touch another group of people and work. I refueled my heart po kasi last year by coming back to work. Sobra po akong na-inspire ulit na magtrabaho after we did one film and then doing this serye ngayon po with Roja. And I think that's also another big purpose of mine kasi I get to reach more people again. And to have all of these kids be named after me, go to all of these provinces and makita mo yung mga tao talagang niyayakap ka na para kang kaibigan. I hope that that's my purpose and not only touch them through art but also touch them in other ways.
Salamat sa magiging breath of fresh air.
Oh, thank you.
Kasi ending to ng part 1 ng book.
Yay!
All of these distinct moments of clarity that we've shared in this particular episode, pwede kasing sa day 7 kayo magsimula. At mula dito, sabihin nyo, which of the 4 distinct moments do I want to invest in? Dahil kulang pa ako sa clarity nun. And in our case, ang highlights talaga ng sharing ni Yassi, nandun sa from physical, the courage and the trust in herself nung nag-scuba diving.
I'm a paddy diver na.
Yay!
Open sea water graduate!
Oh my God! Wow! Open sea water pala yun!
Yeah!
Okay. Yung psychological clarity where what is the data worth considering or not? Kasi syempre online, di ba? People are sharing their opinions. Yung social clarity na sinabi nating belonging, especially, it matters the amount of time or the years that people have known you, it matters. Kasi when they give you feedback, alam mo na
They've known you
Yeah.
so many times in your life.
they've seen your ups and downs. So alam natin they care for us distinctly. And lastly, yung spiritual clarity where we know maybe sometimes we feel like we're not enough. So we have to embrace what is unique in us. And in the case of Yassi, ang kanyang experience of slowing down, meditating, listening to herself. Palakpakan ulit natin ang ating guest! Yay! Part 1 is done! Part 1! Part 2!
Congratulations!
I'm so excited! Oo nga pag part 2 naman,
I can't wait to
abangan.
finish this book.
Yes. At kung ito yung unang niya naabutan, again, shout out to all of those who are continuing their moment-to-moment journey. Ang dami na natin. Remember to like, share, and subscribe and purchase the book. It's available online. Remember, clarity is not something you find. It's something you come home to. Thank you. See you guys soon. Bye!
Yay!
Yay!
Thank you so much.
You